Okay, so this is the start of a few small videos that I'm going to make to take you through Dev UI. At some point we'll probably write documentation around it, but for now I'm just going to make some videos so that extension developers can start moving their extensions over to the new Dev UI. So what I have in front of me is the old Dev UI. What I want to, in this introductory video, just discuss the layout changes. So in the old Dev UI we basically had cards. Some of them was active and some was inactive, meaning some I can actually do actions on and some not. They'll just have a link to the documentation. And then we have this log file at the bottom that also included some information about the continuous testing. So in the new one, you can get to the new one already by basically taking that URL and just adding a -UI at the end. So this should take you to the new Dev UI. And the first thing that you'll notice is that this is dark, and we have two modes now, light and dark. It will default to the one of your system. So if I go to my system settings, and you'll see that my setting is set to dark, which is why this is set to dark. And if I change this to light, the default will be light here as well. But obviously you can also just change it by clicking the button here. And we'll later discuss how, as an extension developers, you can take part in this theme. Okay. You also notice that we now have a section menu here, which we didn't have in the old one. And this is just to make sure that things that is not extensions can still have a spot, because we kind of polluted the extension cards with things that wasn't really extensions, like continuous testing and build steps and dev services and so on. So now the cards are just the cards and just extensions, and it still needs to be done, but there's different screens for these other sections. And there's now also a way that extension developers can take part in this menu by adding something here and create a page for it. You can also obviously get more real estate if you have a small screen by doing this. Right. The other thing is that the log file is still here like it always is. All the same functionality is there. But now, okay, so there's a log file for the Dev UI itself, so you can see messages flowing from Dev UI to the server and back, and this is nice when you write an extension to see what's happening. But as an extension developer, you can also contribute to this log by adding a tab here with whatever, if you have log related things in your extension, and we'll get to that as well in a later stage. What we'll do next is we'll take a basic extension like this GraphQL one, which hasn't converted yet, and we'll convert it. This is a basic one which works similar to the SmallRye OpenAPI one that basically just have links on it. Okay.